Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at Alice Legends. This is a game by Bear Hug Studios, I think it is. It's a card game based on Alice in Wonderland, which is kind of a fun story. I think as I've gotten older, I've come to enjoy Alice in Wonderland more. Um, but anyways, so the game itself, you can see we kind of start off in this part of a book. There's an actual entire book, as you can kind of see here, that you kind of work through. So I've worked through most of this. Looks like first chapter. So right now, the main thing that they do is they monetize it through these pink, I guess, vials, and that is worth a play. And as you start, you get, I guess, a couple extra. But as the game loop kind of goes on, those are what it will be using to actually proceed to the game. So each time you play, and games typically take about 5-10 minutes. So I think there's a 20-minute timer between each one, 20-25 minutes. So that's the way they monetize it, and you can rebuy those with gold if you're interested in keeping going. They also give you these gifts, which is this center icon there, so you can see a redeal. We'll see what that looks like once we're into the game. Looks like we got some gold and a power up. So I'll show you those next. So part of the game is these cards you collect. So I've collected these characters so far. So we've got an Alice. You can see her attack strength, and you can see she has a heal, right, which is her skill. The White Rabbit, he has borrowed time, where he can freeze other characters with an attack of 6. And then you'll notice that these colors will later correspond with suits, so clubs, hearts, diamonds, spades. Those will all tie back as we start playing the game itself. Um, so you can see there's quite a few different characters to collect. But these are sort of, as you go through the chapters, these are what will be going. So I'm assuming as the game kind of progresses, they'll be adding more of these down the road. You can see I'm about on about battle 18. So let's jump into the actual game um, and show you how it works. So let's do a battle. And you can see each of the enemies will have a special attack, or they'll have something that they can do to you. Um, so as the game goes, so I've been struggling as we went on with these, so we'll probably see me lose this particular round, but we'll see. It depends on the cards. I found it's very rangy. Has a lot to do with what cards you're dealt when you're first starting off, but we'll see how it goes. So you can see on the bottom it says play one. That's going to be one of my bottles out of the 5, and then we'll start going down. So first thing off, the art is beautiful. I actually found the website of the person who did it. I'll link it down below. Actually, the background for this video, I borrowed from her. Hopefully, I think it was her. Hopefully they don't mind. I think the artwork is just gorgeous in this game, and it's really well put together. So it works kind of like Gin Rummy or games where you kind of do matches of straights of the same suit, or if you can match three or more of the same card. And so you can see I have a 3, 5, and 9 of hearts. I've got a 4, and I've got a club. So what I want to do is I want to build either triples or quadruples of the same number, so I can attack, or I want to build straights of the same suit. So like 2 of clubs, 3 of clubs, 4 of clubs. I've got three of hearts and 5 of hearts. So if I could get a 4 of hearts, I could use that as an attack. I found if you don't have any options at all, like in this case, there's really not a good card in my mind that's going to really help fill out this deck. It's best to get kind of a good set of colors and then numbers or cards that are around the same value. That seems to be your best bet at kind of lining things up. So we'll take this 2, and then I got an ace. So I could say I could try for this ace, and then if I pull that 3, I don't really have any other aces. I do have another 2, so I have a 2 of spades, so I could pull this 2 in the middle, 2 of clubs. Let's do that. So now I've got 2 2s, and now I've got actually a straight on the board here with 5, 6, 7, but I'm only gonna be able to choose one more card. So in a case like this, I'll go ahead and take that card, and now it's my turn to move. So sometimes you'll get a setup where you can actually run a straight or a triple of the number right off the bat. In this case, I'm close, but I can't. So I have really no option but to discard a card. So in this case, looks like the 4, actually this 9 is probably, actually this 3. I like to keep the numbers close, so this 9, we'll go ahead and get rid of him. And I'll get to pick another card. And as you can see, the dodo and the other enemy took a step forward, and we'll show you a little bit more about that in a second. So the dodo, you can see there's a 1, and the bat also has a 1. That's how many turns they have until they can hit you. And so You want to try and get the spells off, obviously, to kill them off before they can kill you off. The 5 in the top right-hand corner of the screen, that's how many waves of enemies you're going to be facing, or total enemies, actually. Sorry, I don't think it's waves, it's the total number of enemies. The 130 of 130 on the bottom is your health, so as they do damage to you, they'll do that. You can see that these cards in the bottom have powers, so supercharge, use all of your playing cards, making them worth double. So you can use that as a power up, and you'll get these through those little gifts on the main screen that I showed you before. And then a devastating rockfall deals 15. So this is kind of like a get out of jail free card, right? If you're almost about to win, this is a way you can get by it. That said, it looks like we did manage to pull a straight together. So we'll put 5, 6, 7. Again, it has to be the same color, the same suit. And they make them all different colors to kind of make that easier to track. The bat and the dodo, I don't think really have any other advantage. Some of them will steal a card from you. I think the flamingos. The bumblebees, you'll see this little corner in the bottom left-hand corner next to your health there. There's this green dial. Um, Oops, I just selected that. And you can see it went up to 3 dashes. Once you get that fully charged, it doubles the attack power of all your things. If the bee hits you, it removes that. So that's something you have to kind of keep an eye on as you're playing. You may not want to run a big straight if you're about to get hit. Then you can do the straight the next turn, and then you can hit him then. So, all right, enough talking. Let's do some attacking. So let's start with the bat. So that's worth 15 damage. So he's down to 10. One thing of note is if you do damage and it goes over the health of the person you're attacking, that damage will carry over into the other. So you don't have to worry about going over or anything like that. So let's see. We've got a 2 and we've got an ace. That 2 makes 3 2s, which is good. The ace would be good, except I'm probably going to play that 2 next turn based on that, and I have a queen. You can also see this queen got dinged, so it's kind of bent up. If it loses power as it gets hit. I don't know if you can lose the card or not, but it does get damaged, so it does less actual damage. So in this case, since I'm going to play that 2, I'm just going to go ahead and take this queen to match the other queen. We have a 5. Not much we can do there. I don't think that. I'll take the jack to kind of start putting together straight there. And now we're going to play our 2s. So we're going to do a total of 17 damage to either of those. So I'm not going to kill either one. We'll go ahead and attack. Okay, he's down to 5. And we'll do draw numbers. This is the game loop. This is how the game actually plays out from here on out. So it is, like I said, it's very range dependent or random dependent. It depends on how good a set of cards you get. So in this case, like I really didn't get anything great. I can actually use this redeal, and below redeal there's an actual 15. That's how many of those you get. A redeal is another reward you can get through that gift box. I don't know if you can purchase those or not. The only thing I've seen where you can buy is gold, and that seems to be to replenish your actual timer, if you will. So let's see. So that didn't help out things much. Now we can put together 2 9s. There's a 4. We already have one of those. Hey, another 4. So fantastic. So since we're probably going to grab this 9 the next go around, actually no, Jack, Queen, King. So we've got 2 plays in a row, which is really great. So a couple things are going to happen on this play. I'm going to keep the Jack, Queen, and King in case I can pull the Ace or the 10, because those make a longer straight. And that gives you both sides. So I can get the ace or I can get the 10. Whereas the 4s, I only have one shot at those. So let's pull those in. You can see the power meter says 2 times now, which means it's going to do 2 times the damage. So I'm going to do a total of 34 attack. I'm actually going to be 1 short, which is kind of unfortunate. This dodo is going to hit me again. But it is what it is. You can only do so much damage. We'll take what we can get. Let's get rid of this pesky dodo and one more turn here. And that gives you little rewards too as you go. So you can see I got some gold. Alright, so now we've got a couple 9s. There's a 7. Let's go ahead and pull the 9. So that's interesting. So if I'd have pulled 8, 9, 10, I'm going to have pulled this 9 again. So there we go. We got a straight there, but it's going to take an extra turn to get to that, which is unfortunate. So let's go ahead and take the 8. I'm going to have to discard now. The 3 doesn't look like it's doing a whole lot, so we'll throw that away. I'm going to get dinged again by the dodo. Well, actually got hit by the dodo last turn, so that's not so bad. Here we go. So now we got my 10. So that will take care of Mr. Dodo. We'll attack him. Do you attack just by tapping the actual enemy? that you want to attack. Alright, so now we're down to 3. We got some more gold. Let's see what the next enemies are. I like how it kind of walks down the path. And again, the art is just gorgeous. Each animal is really well animated. They've all got their own custom animations. You can see these are the bees now. So as I play, if they hit me, I'll actually lose that advantage. So this is a bit actually, this is actually really not bad. Let's pull this 8. So we've got this. So here's one thing I don't like, right? So they're on me already. They've got one step to hit me. So no matter what I do here, they're going to hit me unless I had some really awesome combo ready to go, or some really long string to go. Um, so I'm kind of stuck knowing I'm going to get kind of hit. I'm going to go ahead and play the. I wish I'd have paid more attention. I'm going to go ahead and play these because I think there were more yellow cards to come. I am going to get to 2-time damage. They are going to do 30. I'm going to get one of them. I'm not going to get both. But you're going to see he's going to hit me, and I'm going to lose my 2-time meter in that left bottom corner there. So there we go. We hit him, and he hits me, and there goes my meter, right? Well, not much we can do about that. I was wrong. They were red. I should have saved those. So it's great what video can do in retrospect, right? It gives you a good record of what you did wrong. I guess you could say. Um, we'll go ahead and take this jack. Here's a queen. It kind of goes close to it. Now I'm kind of going off path here. Just kind of want to wrap up this round. Hopefully we'll get lucky enough to push through. I have another straight kind of lined up there. Jack queen. Don't really have any red. Let's go ahead and take this 10. I'm kind of getting down to 2 suits here, which isn't great. But let's go ahead and try to get rid of this guy, get on to the final guy. Now there are bosses too, which is kind of neat. That's usually how you get your new card. So once you get to the end of a zone or an end of a area, then you'll fight a boss. You'll usually be the last guy in that area, and then you usually get rewarded that card from that scene, which is pretty cool. So yeah, you just kind of fight your way through until you get there, and then you go ahead and take it. We're fighting a flamingo. A flamingo will yoink a card from you. So once he gets close enough, he'll come up. He'll randomly take one, and you know he's going to take the one you need. So try to kill the flamingos as fast as you can. But yeah, they're a pest. They're a nuisance. Sometimes they help though. Sometimes you got a handful of garbage. So you'll get a free draw, and then you'll get to kind of draw another card, and it helps you fill back in. When those happens, I don't complain. When that happens, I don't complain as much. I'm going to go ahead and redeal here because this is a bunch of garbage. This isn't much better. You can only do that once per turn. Let's go ahead and take the 7, 6. We're kind of relying on an 8 popping up there. Not much I can do there right now, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get rid of the jack. I don't know if that's the best, but like I said, let's just get through this so we can wrap back up to finish up the video. So there he goes. He took my 6, right? I was kind of relying on that 5, 6, 7, or a 7, 8, 9. Of course, he found the magic one. But that's fine. We will be okay. Here we go. Attack for 21. He's actually worth 40 health. You can see the 40 on his little name tag there. So he's got 40 health. So we're getting closer. Here's another king. Here's a 10. So we got 9, 10. Let's go ahead and take the king. We're gonna play that 10, so let's take this ace. So we should be good now. 9, 10, jack, and ace would have been super cool. We're gonna do double damage. So Mr. Flamingo, you are done for. You're out, and that is the end of the round. So as you can see, that was about a 10-minute game or so. So the rate at which they replenish your lives isn't so bad. You can see I just pulled a magic page, and I'll show you what those do in just a second. So there we go. There's Alice. We won a page, and that will be the end. So we'll go back to the main screen here and show you what the pages are used for. So finally, in this book here, you can see so basically when I came into this area, all this stuff was missing, like this tree, these houses, this table. You get to kind of pick and choose. If you played like any of the games where you do match 3, and then you get to kind of put together your house, it's in the same vein as that. It's not as built out as those games, but it's the same idea. It's just kind of a nice little layer. So I'm going to prepare some farm tools. So that I can do a borrow of carrots, and then you can kind of pick, it's wheat, carrots, or thyme. I kind of like thyme. That seems like fun. So it places that. So in theory, like everybody who plays this is going to have like their own little land, which is kind of cool. Um, and I don't think there's any like actual results of doing those types of things. The farms are stored. And then, let's see. They're also adorable and hug around. We should build them some shelters. So she's going to give us the next thing. There's my task complete. I haven't really noticed this doing much outside of just decorating the area, something to do, something to kind of dress up the game, um, something to do. So here's a resource card it gave me. This is one of the redeals. Again, I don't know if you run out of these, if you can redo those or not, but that's what that comes from. Here's a special card for Alice. So her special was to heal. So this basically gives me another heal in the game. So if I was about to die, I could play her power and get, I think it's 30 health put back onto my health stack. And finally, some gold. So gold seems pretty prevalent. So like I said, I've played through about 20 levels now. I've got about 1600 gold. I don't know if that tapers off as time goes on. The only store I can find is actually if you click here and you can see it's just a gold store. I don't see anything else. I don't know if they're planning on adding something else down the road. Maybe they're just trying to keep it simple, but I don't mind that. And I like I said, I find, for playing 3 or 4 rounds is usually what I'm good for, and I'm good, and then we'll go from there. So that's it. We'll take a look in here. Looks like we can repair well, let's install a water source. We gotta have water for our farm. Do a water pump, a well, trough. Uh, let's go with a well. Can't go wrong with that. So there we go. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe or like below. I like to follow new games that come out and see what they do. Hey, we got some more common cards here. Looks like we have another back card, another redeal. So yeah, I forgot. It looks like those are also rewarded as also outside of the timed bucket in the bottom there. Anyways, there we go. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll put links down below in the Google Play and iOS store if you want to check out the game. It seems very free to play friendly, and it's if you like card games and gin and rummy and those types of things, I think you'd really enjoy it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.